Welcome to Talking Again podcast. This is the TAP. I am your host, Fidel Avendaño. Thank you for tuning in to the podcast with stories from fascinating people, some of them my closest friends and family. I hope you enjoy the show. Now let's tap into it. I was trying to make a comparison shit. I just had dinner. Worst time to do a podcast is right after dinner.
I just had a chile relleno.
Oh, so you're gonna get gassy like me too, man.
I just saw my dad run across to the bathroom.
Okay, that means it was good.
Hell yeah, bro.
So I hear you've been. We'll get back to the loom, but I hear you've been. Anyways, my guest Danny Navarrete is my cousin. He's a guest for the podcast today. We're doing it the first time that I do. Well, this is not technically not the first time because I did one with my old co-host.
Okay, yeah.
But it didn't really come out like I wanted it to, as far as split screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're trying something new right now. But anyways, yeah, Danny Navarrete, my cousin. As you can see the resemblance. Yeah, boy. He's much bigger than me in real life though. He's towers over me. Where are you standing at right now? 6'2",
6'1".
6'2". We'll say 6'2". With your hair right now?
Yeah.
With the fro, we'll say 6'2".
6'2".
You got that quarantine hair.
Yeah, no shit, bro. I wish it was right here though on the sheets.
Oh yeah, dude. I haven't shaved. I'm not gonna shave until they allow us out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shave my face. I'm gonna shave my head.
Okay.
Just, you know, the wife's gonna be pissed, but whatever. No, not whatever. I'm just joking. So, how's it been for you guys out there, dude? In quarantine.
I mean, it's kind of crazy right now with all these protestings and all that. I mean, we're a small city, so when you see people go out and protesting, it kind of scares, the whole entire community.
Right.
So, kind of scary. It's kind of sketchy. So me and my dad are just staying inside.
Yeah.
Getting.
Yeah, I heard something about the protest, but I didn't know what city. Like I was telling you earlier, I didn't know that it was in San Clemente. How do you feel? Like, are you guys watching that like local news or is it online like internet stuff?
We watch it in the local news online. I mean, by friends are sending us text messages. It's sad.
Do you know anybody personally that was out there?
I don't want to throw anybody in the car.
No one listens to the show, bro. No one listens to the show.
I saw a couple parents that I coached their kids in the football field. But,
right.
I mean, I think at this point it's just political. At this point, I mean,
yeah.
It's not really a issue with the COVID-19 anymore.
It's bigger, like I know the virus is real serious, right? Like it's a real threat, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think there's a bigger issue now. Like you said, it's political, and the bigger issue is how we're reacting to it, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are overreacting, and what are you gonna do as a protest? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna, as far as like the politicians, right? City council, are they gonna go, oh, you know what? Yeah, you guys are right. We're gonna let you guys go back to work and then let everybody get infected, right? You can't do it until you get a green light from Mr. Governor Newsom. So and then now I know that we've talked about having an agenda, right? And when we say not us having the agenda, but like government, a bigger society, a bigger group,
Conspiracy.
With the three letters of the conspiracy. So or one of the three letters, right? We don't know if it's which one it is, but so I know I've read some like we have a cousin, Ray, that's always posting stuff, right? And we've read it back and forth, we've commented, you more than me. So you were saying that you've been saying this shit for years.
Yep.
That all this shit, right? And finally we're woke, right? As your cousins, right? We're woke.
A little bit too late, but
yeah. Well, I've always known of these conspiracy theories, and I love them. I love to listen to them. I love watching the documentaries because for me, it's always been entertainment up until now. That I see that it's all coming to fruition, where it's at home. Shit, we're all stuck at home. My wife's working from home. The kids are at home. I'm still out there working, but my schedule hasn't changed as much. But when I'm home, it definitely has changed more. I'm not coaching anymore. We're not doing any of that. So they close it down. So that's where I say it's coming to fruition. but not just that. It's more that I'm reading into it and I'm believing the hype, the conspiracy theory hype.
Yeah.
So
And now with freaking Bill Gates trying to come up with the vaccine, kind of makes you wonder. I mean, he's the one that did fund the lab that the supposed virus came out of. So
yeah, well, not only did he fund it, but from what I hear, I think that it's been somebody not trademarked it, but yeah, did they trademark it or they right the virus, the coronavirus. So that means if anyone ever finds the the flu shot or whatever the a vaccine, if everyone finds a vaccine, they get paid, right?
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep.
That's crazy. Just crazy to fucking, you know. How deep do you think that the conspiracy theory goes?
I think Bill Gates is behind all this.
Just Bill Gates? Yeah.
Me personally, I think it's Bill Gates.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 or 5 years ago, before this whole thing started, he did say that he wanted. It would be nice to have a virus or some kind of disease to natural select people to lower the population, and then 4 years later, this whole entire thing starts up from his lab that he funds.
Yeah, and not only did he say it was he didn't say it would be nice. I think he just said we need to have some kind of epidemic where we need to like population needs to be eliminated. I think those were not exact words, but they're pretty. Yeah, it's crazy. I've heard more conspiracy theories that it goes deeper into like you're talking the what is it called the Freemasons.
The Freemasons.
Like the Freemasons, like this goes back years and years. And then you can start bringing in, well, if you're going to talk Freemasons, you have to talk religion because it has to do with the, the dark side. And then, versus the, right? So the enlightened. So what how deep do you go with those conspiracy theories?
Not really that far. I mean, there's not that much backup, like covering it as much Bill Gates conspiracy or, it's just, I don't know. I'm leaning towards more the Bill Gates conspiracy.
Dude, there's so much. If you go back and look and think about Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
Kobe Bryant's death, right? So from what I've read, that week he went out and that week he was supposed to have a court. His company was suing this big pharmaceutical company for using the name Black Mamba and for using some fatal drug or some of that ingredient or whatever chemical.
Yeah.
So he was suing that pharmaceutical company, or his company was. So he was, dude. You got to read up on it. So if that's true, he coincidentally died along with 8 other people or 7 other people in an airplane crash, a helicopter crash. Where everybody was floored, but that one helicopter was able to, fly around. So all these things, dude, it's crazy, man. Because again, it comes with, big pharma. And then when you go back into it, like the company, I think this company that Kobe Bryant was working with or some guy that was working with that company, I don't know. Somehow the guy, one of his agents or managers or business partners, also has, the trademark to to the virus, to the vaccine that supposedly hasn't even been invented yet, right? But it just all somehow ties in. Here's what I've been saying, and it's really bad and it really sucks because it's at people's expenses, deaths, people's lives.
Yeah.
But the movie, when this is all done and we survive all this, the movie's gonna be insane. Yeah. It's gonna be a crazy fucking movie. Just last week I was talking about who's gonna play who in the Tiger King. Pretty soon we're gonna be talking about who's gonna be playing who in COVID-19.
COVID-19 would be a badass movie. The Rock's got to be the main person, though, right?
Well, he's gonna be Obama.
He's gonna be Obama.
Have you seen him play Obama in SNL?
No.
Oh, he does a really good Obama.
Also.
There's a lot of people do good Obamas, but no, it's gonna be nuts, dude. It'll be crazy. I don't want to play that game just yet because we're still going through it, and out of respect, but. You know how sometimes you gotta wait, too soon. So we won't play that game yet. But it's just crazy, man.
It's sad. It's super sad. especially knowing that it's affecting the older generation too.
The older. I mean, I don't look at the numbers. Do you look at the numbers a lot, like the charts? And I don't look at any of that. It's too not so much that it's depressing. It's just uh yeah, it is depressing. It is depressing. It is depressing, and then I'm losing like hope in reality. You know, like the news used to be, they used to report the news, and now it's like whatever's hot, flavor of the month. You know, like that's all TMZ. We should only have TMZ. Fuck all everybody else. It just should be TMZ, and that's it, because that's what it is.
Think about the dumb shit.
Yeah, whatever's hot, whatever's popular, whatever people are talking about, whatever the hashtag is, whatever is trending, right? Because of Twitter. But I don't know. Yeah,
I'm not really into the news. I mean, the only news that I really get is from my dad because he pays attention to the news more than I do. But it's like I don't really go there.
It's like the thing is like, what news do you believe, or whose news are you gonna believe? Because everybody has different news now. Now there's different forums and different ways for you to get information. Yep. You know, like all those posts that you see on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, those all came from somebody's opinion.
Yep.
And it's just all it is who made it more popular, or what rode the big wave, you know, and then everybody else jumped on that wave, you know, and rode that and is riding that wave. That's the way I see it. It sucks.
For too, man. It's just I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the news. I don't like the news.
It's depressing.
Hear Trump start talking, and it's just like, oh god, here we go.
Yeah, you know, you don't know. It's like you have the people the Trump supporters, then the ones that are against them, and everybody could make a pretty good valid point to their point.
Yeah.
So it all depends on what side you're picking, and that sucks is that we have to pick a side. You know.
Yeah.
There's no more gray area. There is no more liberals, even though there's a liberal candidate. There is no more liberals.
Nope.
You know, it's all black and white. Yep. Yeah, black and white, red, blue. There is no more gray area. Yeah. It sucks, but all I can do is just kind of like deal with it, roll with the punches, and see what comes. Because the only thing that's important to me, and I've said it many times, and I'll keep saying it, is my family.
Of course, man.
That's it. You know, there's 3 people in that house that are my only concern. You know,
yep.
Everyone else, you know, I love you guys and everything, but those are my main 3. My main concern, those 3. After that, we'll see what happens. You know.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, man. It is crazy. I'm glad a lot of my neighbors all have guns.
Damn.
Because
huh?
Huh?
I got a BB gun.
No, dude, I got some guns too. Just kidding. Not enough. No, man. But earlier we were talking. We'll get off the COVID real quick. We're talking about that new fad that's going along right now on Instagram. It was going on Facebook like 3 years ago, but it came back because of the pandemic. People are not paying attention, and it's that Blessing Loom. So if you guys out there are listening or watching this or whatever, Blessing Loom, I'll put a little picture. It looks like an octagon, and then other little sections around it, and until you get to the middle. So did you do any kind of research at all whatsoever on this?
I did a little bit of research just to see what the basic was, because I've never heard of it until you sent it to me. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, a lot of people are really investing on this, and it's just like sad to see people investing on something they don't even know or doesn't even exist. It's like, okay, like, like you really have to know. Like,
I mean, it's 100% a pyramid scheme. So when they tell you that it's not a pyramid scheme, when someone says this is not a pyramid scheme, most likely it's a pyramid scheme.
It's a pyramid scheme. Yeah.
So it sucks because here's the thing. It works. It does. But they're not telling you how much time it's going to take and if it's going to take. You got to put it, you know, that's what they say, put in the work, right? And right now they're saying, you know, it's increments of either 50 or $100. You only pay one time and you can get either 400 or 800 depending on what you put in.
Yeah.
Those 8 people around that octagon are the ones that are paying it, right? The one in the middle is the one that gets it. After that, it gets split. That octagon gets split into 2 to start forming a new one. And then from there, all you gotta do is fill in the other 8 because you've already started that course. So it's kind of crazy, dude. But I can literally just start one on my own right now. I don't need to start from 50. I can just go recruit 2 people because this is how it started. You recruit 2 people. They recruit 2 people, and then they recruit 2 people. And those last group of people that recruits are the ones that are gonna pay you out. Yep. After that, you cash it out and adios, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I don't even know who you guys exist.
Exactly. I don't even know who. Yeah, all it is that's getting Venmo to me or Zelle to me, and that's it. Yep. But guess what? If you want your $50 back, it's your job to recruit to get into the middle of that circle so you can get paid. Other than that, but all the bridges that you're gonna burn doing that, dude. A lot.
Dude.
You know.
You're just gonna be screwing up and screwing over people.
It's just crazy, man. It's nuts. So, anyways, if you guys don't know about it, now you know. Please be smart about it. I'm not telling you not to do it because, like I said, if you want to put in the work and you don't care about the people around, hey, do it. You're gonna make if you put in 50, you're gonna make $350. Yep. You are gonna make it.
Yeah, I mean, but
after the 4th table, you're gonna make it. You know. But do your research. Always do your research, man. Google that shit. If it sounds too good to be true, it's probably not true.
As they say, read before you sign.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. So, anyways, I wanted to throw that nugget out there because it's one of those hot things that's going around, and I've seen it around my timeline through numerous people, and I ain't gonna out them because that's them. If they want to do it, that's cool. Like I said. If you know that that's what you're getting into and you want to do it, do it.
Yep.
Doesn't burn me. I'm not doing it. I'm going to let everybody that I know that, hey, this is what you're going to get into,
Yep.
But, yeah, I just think it's funny when every once in a while, every time you have like some kind of, some shit going around in the country or your nation or your city, you're going to get stuff like this. People are going to try to see what they can get away with,
It's sad, man. Yeah. Especially right now. Like, how are you going to take advantage of people like right
now? And I've seen it where it's like, hey, did you get your check yet? Invest $50 of your check. All it is $50. You're not even going to see it. It wasn't even money that you had that you made. They're giving it to you. Just invest it. You make more money. It sucks, but people are doing it and they're allowing themselves to do it. So. Yeah. How they say, pendejos. No, but whatever. To each his own, I guess. But I just wanted to put it out there, since I have this forum right now. How you're saying that out of high, you played football in high school.
Yeah.
Kick butt. Now you're coaching. Are you coaching at San Clemente High?
Yeah, I'm coaching.
Okay, so you're coaching at your old high school. How's that going? And then you're going to school because you want to move up, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to go to the college level. Right now I'm going to school studying kinesiology. Kinesiology is like the study of how to become a better coach and like learn like different components of muscles and everything in the human body. But once I get my degree on that, I can start looking for jobs in colleges, hopefully D1.
Nice, yeah.
But yeah. I'm a D2, D3. I mean, whoever gives me a contract, I'll take it.
Well, you being a coach right away in high school means kids respect you, coaches respect you. Yeah. So you put in some time and you put in a good rapport with everybody.
Yeah.
So I mean, you must have some contacts because I know. I mean, you went to school with homeboy from that went to USC, right?
Yeah, Pat Arlo or Sam Donald.
The quarterback, yeah.
The Jets.
Yeah. So I mean, you got friends in high places now.
Yeah, I mean, they're not really friends. I mean, we didn't really talk to each other that much in high school. I mean, we respect one another. We say hi to each other, but it's not really like, hey, let's hang out or hey, let's go grab a bite to eat or something like that. But I mean, they're cool people. Yeah. Sam Donald, cool. Parents are super lovely parents. I mean, they're great people. I love the parents more than him. So.
Does he know that?
I don't care.
Well, but what I'm trying to say is that even though you guys weren't cool, you know how they say game recognized game.
Yeah.
If they know what you are about, you're a good person. You mean well. Your intentions are always good. Yeah. And if they're looking for somebody good, they're gonna hit you up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's where you made that connection. You know?
Yeah, especially right now. I mean, I've been going to a lot of coaching clinics.
Yeah.
I've been getting a lot of contact information from the lineman coach from San Diego State, USC, Hawaii. I got one coach offering me a job at Colorado University. But
Oh shit.
he's like, hey, I need you to get your bachelor's degree. I can't give you anything right now. So I'm like, damn it.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's cool, dude. That you're already getting those calls. All you need to do is get so then. How are you dealing with that right now that they close down the schools? Are you guys doing it online?
Yeah, I started online.
Okay.
Even before all this, I was doing online classes, so it didn't really affect me on the classes that much. So I'm just going to be doing online, getting a part-time job, trying to find something to do in the meantime.
Yeah. How's it going trying to find a part-time job right now that everything's closed down?
It's hard, man.
It's tough, huh? All you could do right now is drive around or go work at a grocery store, right?
Yeah, dude. If it wasn't for my dad, I'd probably be a gigolo right now, but I'll probably die from hunger.
Yeah, there's a lot of sugar mamas out there, or what?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man.
San Clemente, huh? There you go. Hey, what's that frame that you have over there to your left? It says Attack on Titan. Is that what it says?
Yeah, my niece Angela made that for me. Or actually, I think it was Mia from my sister Angie's daughters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our favorite cartoon. It's our favorite anime.
It says Attack on Titan?
Yeah, it's Attack on Titan.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
It sticks out. I was like, I had to ask about it. Sorry. I thought it had something to do with the team, Titan. Oh, that's Triton.
Tritons.
Pendejo.
I know. It's okay. Get on to remind everybody.
Oh, man. So, all right. So with the school, after you're done, are you automatically gonna call that one in Colorado, or are you just gonna go and start interviewing? Boom, boom, boom. See which one. Which was
shoot out freaking a whole bunch of resumes. Whoever gives me the better offer, I'll take it.
Yeah, and then how are you? Okay, now let's just say everything works out. You get a job, Division 1 or even Division 2 or whatever, but you get a job. How are you gonna approach the job situation? Obviously, you go 100%, but knowing that there's a time where they might just say adios. Or you may get a call and then, hey, I gotta go because I gotta do what's best for me, right?
Yep. I mean, I already started off with, I'm gonna do what's best for me. I mean, if they end up like losing me or wanting to fire me, then that's up to them. I know I'll have contacts at different places, so I know I'll always be able to coach somewhere, somehow. But if I get a better offer while I'm coaching, I'm gonna take it, dude.
Yeah. 100%.
It ain't gonna stop me. My dream's the NFL, so if I get a low contract at the NFL, then I'm taking it.
Right, yeah. I've always thought because it's like sometimes you get a college or an NFL coach that's like a defensive coordinator, right? And then he'll get a call for a head coaching job in college, and he'll go down and take it. So I've always seen it as a demotion, but because you're going from the NFL level to college, but I mean, I don't know. Why is it not a demotion?
Well, I mean, it's not really a demotion because some coaches like that, they don't really know how to coach an entire team. They just know how to coach a specific area of the team. So when they go down, I mean, either it's a bigger contract than what they're getting in the NFL, which is highly rare, or it's just for, so they can start learning how to coach a whole team, and that way, when they get the offer in the NFL, they won't be as scared as they were when they did get it.
Yeah. Well, specifically, what I'm referring to is Pete Carroll, right? So Pete Carroll was out there. He was coaching. I always forget what team he was here with the NFL. It wasn't the Redskins, was it?
The Seahawks, I think, wasn't it?
Before that, the 49ers. Wasn't he like a coach with the 49ers?
Oh, it was his brother, wasn't it? Or was that Pete?
I don't know, but I know he was in the NFL. And then he went to USC as a head coach.
Yeah.
And then he moved to Seattle as a head coach. But so that's in those common cases where that'll happen. So like you said right now, if it's more money, right? More money, head coach, you take that spot.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't mean that when you're in the NFL, you get locked into the NFL, huh?
Yeah, no. Yeah. No. That's a lot of coaches. They go and they buy their mansions and their nice cars and everything. Next year they get fired. It's like, oh shit.
What am I gonna do?
Pay for all this.
Yeah, exactly. Shit. So, what do you think about the NFL coming back? You think they're gonna put a hold on it, or
I hope
I
not,
think
man.
the draft is this Thursday, right?
Thursday. Yeah, I hope not, man. I'm missing sports. I'm going crazy without
Fuck,
sports.
dude, right? No,
Ridiculous.
same here. Like we were just talking about, having our paid cables and not being able paid cable TV, not being able to purchase pay per views because there isn't no entertainment. We're saving a few bucks, but there's a reason why we pay those so that we can watch that entertainment because we're not as entertained, as we used to be.
Yeah, I mean, and luckily we have WWE still. I mean,
Yeah. Did you watch Wrestlamania?
oh yeah, it was weird, man.
Wasn't it a little surreal? Like it was a little eerie, watching everything. There was some stuff that I had like a little nostalgia. I don't know if you remember. You were probably too young, or you might just barely started watching it when they were doing a lot of those vignettes, out in like for example, the Undertaker fight with remember with AJ Styles.
Yeah.
That kind of shit was back in the day, man. When we used to watch it, I mean, it was like a match would just last forever. Well, it seemed like it lasts forever, and nothing really happened. It was a lot of like the breathing, a lot of they slowed it down. It was slow, I should say.
Yeah.
Everything's fast paced right now.
Too
Quick,
fast.
quick, 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 quick.
Yeah.
Nobody tells a story anymore in the ring, and that's why I like watching the women's wrestling because they do still tell the story. Someone can start working that knee, and they're gonna finish with that knee. Like they worked that knee that whole entire match, and that's the finisher. They got you because of that knee.
Yep.
It seems like the guys, they're like invincible. They get work on that knee, and then, or have to see.
Doesn't hurt no more.
It doesn't hurt no more. I gotta see 5 pile drivers, until you can put them out, like.
What the heck was that, dude?
That was whack, dude. That was so whack. Those were the worst matches, dude. Like, I didn't even know, because I only watched some highlights with Vincent. He watches it more than I do. Now that they don't have any audience and it's kind of slowed down, he kind of stopped watching it as much. He'll pick up some highlights and that's about it.
Okay.
But I didn't know Goldberg was back. I didn't even know less that he was a champion.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Most monster titles in WrestleMania.
Yeah, and that was crazy. See, how do you feel about? Because now we know that wrestling is predetermined.
Yep.
It's not fake because these guys take bumps like more than the average athlete.
If anything, they're probably the best athletes in the world.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar's a perfect example of it.
Yep.
And even Dwayne Johnson, when that guy's a freak, dude. Like the stuff that he was doing, that's the big ass dude, and the kind of things that he was doing. But how do you feel about turning over the strap, winning the strap in WrestleMania without any audience?
It must have sucked.
They didn't get that WrestleMania moment.
Yep.
That's what
it did, but it's like
Nah.
Nothing like on that top rope.
you don't get the goosebumps. You don't get the goosebumps that the WrestleMania moment that everybody talks about.
Yeah,
I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it right now. You know what I mean? That's what I thought was really bad. It sucked for the guys. The Scottish guy.
Yeah,
McIntyre, Drew McIntyre, and Braun Strowman. For them to get the strap in that, to me, I just like I mean, you take it, but it sucks.
Yeah, that's not,
you know what it is? It's like the World Series 2017 with an asterisk.
Oh, why you have to bring that up, bro?
My bad.
Bro.
But that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I don't know. I thought it sucked for them.
Good matches though.
Yeah.
There's a few good matches. What was it? Randy Orton versus
Edge. That one was good. I like that one. That was Last Man Standing, right?
Yeah.
Last Man Standing match. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good match. The one that was kind of weird and me and my dad didn't really kind of like. I mean, I enjoyed it because I got the point of the match, but it was the Bray Wyatt versus John Cena match.
Okay, yeah. What was the point of it? Because I didn't get it.
The point was just to show like John Cena, like his evolution and how he didn't want to be the next Dwayne the Rock Johnson, like a sellout. Yet he is a sellout. So Bray Wyatt kind of made him see it like that, but.
So, see the way I saw it was that it was like a tribute and a way to send off John Cena. Like, thanks for everything. Let's show you the history of John Cena. But So then you're thinking, if that's the case, then you're thinking they're gonna have another match, John Cena, Bray Wyatt.
I hope so.
Yeah, they'll have another match, actual match where they'll start fighting.
I hope so, because that was bullshit.
It was just weird, man.
Like, how are you gonna put somebody's fingers down their mouth and think that you're gonna end it?
Yeah.
That's what my dad's been saying. He's like, why don't you just bite the fucker's fingers off?
That's like the Mankind, when Mankind used to get you in the mandible claw.
Yeah, but that's Mankind, man.
Yeah, that's a different beast right there. Yeah, he's a legend. Yeah, I mean, overall, I WrestleMania was, it was probably, I'd probably give it a more entertaining points, only because that was the only thing around.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything else. You know, like there were some boxing matches that I was looking forward to watching that they got canceled in the last minute. The UFC just this last weekend got canceled.
Who was supposed to fight?
Oh, that one was gonna be good, man. Tony Ferguson was gonna fight Khabib.
Ooh.
Khabib Nurmagomedov or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
So that one didn't work out because Russia wasn't allowing anybody to come out. So then they had to go Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje, which that still would have been a good match because he's a scrapper, he's wrestling background. Yeah. It would have been a good match, but at the end of the day, ESPN and Disney were like, can't do it. You know, Dana White was like, "Nimo, I can't." You know, I think. What's that?
I don't think it would have been worth it.
Yeah, I mean, supposedly he had like a private island, or they were gonna do this one at an Indian resort in California somewhere. You know, San Manuel. I don't know, one of those. Yeah, but because there's no jurisdiction there. I mean, they run themselves. They police themselves.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's interesting now to think about it. How those Indian reservations are working, you know, because no one's telling them that they can't be quarantined or have to be quarantined.
Yeah, but yet they're still doing it, so it kind of makes you wonder.
Yeah.
They're doing it, maybe we should do it too.
Exactly. I know your dad was saying that you guys haven't left. You guys haven't left at all, like groceries, maybe just for essentials.
I mean, no. I mean, we go out like if we want to go cruising or something, but other than that, we don't come out of the car or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's immune system's super low, so.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys done any drive-by birthday shout outs or anything like that?
Nah. We don't have any family members over here, so.
What about your friends?
Nah.
That's funny. We did one this weekend. We went out to Andres's youngest.
Okay.
Nevaeh. She turned a year old, so we drove by, did the whole.
Nice.
We actually stopped. We shouldn't have, but we actually stopped and did like she did the cake smash and they hit the piñata from a distance. We all kept our 6 feet. Just don't look at the video because.
Right.
But no, it was cool. It was cool. You know.
Nice, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to do the same thing, man. Just do as much as we can. And I'm still out there driving. I'm working, so I'm out there working at all the dealerships. When I come home, I have to like pretty much take off all my clothes and the shoes, and because the house is, it's cleaned up all nice, and we don't, I got the 1-year-old, so he can't. What's that?
I said the wife making you sleep in the garage.
Yeah, dude. You got to quarantine yourself in the garage, and I had to do that. I don't know if I don't think I've ever said this on the podcast, but or maybe I have. I don't know. In January, I had the flu really bad.
Oh no, crap.
It was really bad, and it put me out for about 3 days. I was in bed, and I thought like, I'll go to the doctors. They'll give me some medicine. I'll be back to work the next day. I was out for 3 days.
Man, you're probably starting the carrier and shit.
Patient zero?
Yeah, patient zero, dude.
Yeah, no, dude. Imagine. But they're saying that some people may have had it then in January. I may have had it. I may have had some of it, or I don't know. But I got.
Yeah, dude.
Probably not.
You would have known.
Well, see, that's the thing. I wasn't like, I didn't have short of breath. I was able to breathe, all the good.
Yeah.
I think that's like the main thing. It's respiratory, right?
Yeah, short of breath. What was it? Body aching, body aches, and headaches.
Yeah.
For the main 3.
I had all of that, but the respiratory part, I was breathing fine. It was just that.
Yeah.
But it's the whole immune system thing, you know. I listen to Joe Rogan all the time, and he talks about all the time. You got to have a strong immune system, you know. Like
Yeah.
I've always been like, I drink whiskey. I don't need, I don't need that. You know, that stuff kills everything. But the only 40s I'm drinking nowadays is just water, dude. Like I've been drinking a lot of water. I'm still drinking beer every once in a while, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna slow down probably for about a month.
Okay.
Do a little cleansing, you know.
Yep.
So I'll be back and ready by when, when
Summertime.
yeah, summertime when they open up the floodgates of hell.
Oh shit.
We'll get out there and create chaos.
Yeah. Yeah. I love water, dude. It's my favorite drink.
Oh, dude, I tell everybody that all the time, dude. You gotta be drinking. I drink water all the time.
All the time. Dude.
I sweat like crazy. I'm always in the restroom. You know, like yeah. I may have to cut this podcast short to use the restroom. You know, that's how bad it is. No, I drink water all the time. And I try to tell them all the time, like at home, drink water, man. You guys have to drink water, and it tastes like doesn't taste like anything. It's not supposed to taste like anything. You know, just crisp, cold water.
Yeah.
Just
I cold water, man.
it's replenishing. What is it? Replenishing. We're two fucking dummies. We gotta go back to school. Well, you're back. You're in school. I gotta go back to school.
Frijolitos, dude. We're just a bunch of frijolitos.
Oh man, excuse me.
Oh, God. Yeah, no, dude. I remember when I was a kid, my dad's like, "You gotta drink water." I'm like, "No, I don't want to drink water. Like, you're gonna get kidney stones." I remember I'm like, "What the hell are kidney stones?" And I started doing my research, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" That's when I grabbed a good jug of water and I started drinking that shit.
Yeah.
Like, nah, man, I ain't getting kidney stones.
Hell no, dude. I've never really had like a rib issue or like a liver or kidney. Like I've never had that issue because I drink so much water. I drink like a fish too. Like I'm always drinking. I drink a lot of beer, a lot of alcohol. Not a lot. Right, guys, I'm not there yet, but I mean I am sitting behind the bar. But because I drink so much water that it just kind of flushes out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always had that. Always drink water. And then we played sports all our lives, so
True.
the Gatorade also dehydrates you. Like the sodas and all that.
Cold water doesn't even help athletes anymore either.
Cold water?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
In the football field, we actually give them room temperature water.
That's the best water you can have. I know when I played soccer, we used to have jugs of just ice cold water, and it used to just hurt my teeth just drinking that stuff. So eventually we just started doing like maybe a couple ice cubes to keep it cool. But most of the time it was just room temperature water, man. Like it's the best.
I mean, excuse me. Reason why we give it to the kids like that is because their bodies are so hot. And if you give them cold water, their bodies are gonna go to shock. So last thing you want is a kid having a seizure in the middle of the field.
Yeah. Have you ever adopted the warm water?
Warm water.
Yeah, like just warm up some water for a little bit, like throw it in a pot, warm it up so that if you're drinking coffee or tea with just water though.
No.
That's really good when you do that. I forgot if it's before or after. I used to do it back in the day. I haven't done it in a long time, but I think I should go back to it because it's good, like for your system. It kind of cleans you out.
Okay, nice. Yeah. I'll start doing that with my boys.
Yeah, dude, it does. It helps. Just a small cup of warm water, just so everything goes down easy. Nice. But anyways, it's been really fun talking. We're gonna do this. I can't wait to do this when you're sitting in front of me, and we could have a drink or just kind of hang out.
Bring the guitar over.
Yeah. What was that?
I'll bring the guitar over.
Yes. And then also, okay. So Danny is my cousin that made the beat for the little guitar riff for How We Talk podcast, the old podcast. So if you guys were all thinking, this is Danny that did it. So thanks again. I can't thank you enough for that, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Trying to make you another one, but I don't have the creative juices right now. I gotta get that good, man.
You got the time, but not the creative juices.
Yeah, well, I gotta get that good.
Oh, so the 420 you're not celebrating today, huh?
Nah.
That's crazy, huh?
Gotta stay clean, man.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Yeah. So it's been a while since you haven't hit the creative juices.
Kind of a while, yeah.
You know me, like I do it very socially. If someone has it, well, yeah, sure, I'll take a couple. I'm 2 hits, I'm done. I just want to feel nice little buzz, little high. That's about it. I was hoping to do something a 420 today, but I don't have any either.
Edibles, man.
Oh hell no, I can't do that, dude. No, I've had too many bad experiences with edibles.
Really?
Oh yeah, I don't know how to take them. To me, it's food. I devour, right? I don't just eat it. Like if you put a plate in front of me, I want to eat it fast so that I can just get it over with. All right, eat it fast, get it over with.
Yeah.
So same thing. If you put like a brownie or a cookie, it's like, hey, you just took 4 or 5 doses, right? Oh, I didn't know.
You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, you're supposed to cut a little piece of that. Well, my bad. So
I'm too big for edibles. It don't work for me. So.
nah, really?
Yeah.
You're like the Joey Diaz of San Clemente.
Yeah, real shit. I tried the strongest potent edibles before. Nothing, dude.
Really?
They don't do shit.
I gotta introduce you to some of my friends.
Yeah, please.
They'll give you some good stuff. Next time you come down, once this is all over, you come down. I'll hook you up.
All right.
If you're able to.
If I'm able to.
All right, man. Well, thanks a lot, brother.
All right.
I appreciate your time.
Yeah, man.
It was fun. We'll do it again.
Sounds good, man.
Anything you want to sign off with?
No.
No?
Stay the hell inside, please. Stop protesting. It's not making a difference.
There you go. That's Danny's tap tip of the day.
Cool, man.
All right, man. Thanks again. Appreciate it. Later.
Later, man.
All right. Another episode of Talking Again podcast is in the books. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date. If you enjoyed the show, please tell your friends and family so you can share the experience. Now, it's time to close out the tap.